All right, folks, we are right around the corner from the ATP Cup. Yes, the second ever ATP Cup. Last year was amazing. Serbia won. But this year, there's only 12 teams. So we're going to give you the power rankings of those 12 teams. We have Canada, obviously, home country favorite, versus a lot of strong teams. So I'm going to break down who my favorites are and give you a 1 through 12 best teams in the Slice's opinion. So here we go. ATP Cup Power Rankings 2021.
So I don't have many bagels.
Welcome to the Slice.
Welcome to the Slice.
Welcome to the Slice.
All right, thanks for being here, folks. How are you? Are you getting excited for the Australian Open? Do you have a little bit of tingling starting? Are you, if you're in North America like me, are you ready to stay up till ridiculous hours of the night to watch the tennis? Because I am. But I've heard that the first tie, which is happening Canada versus Serbia in the ATP Cup the week before the Australian Open, is going on TSN at 6 p.m. our time. So that's like amazing. That never happens with Australian tennis, basically, to watch up here. But anyways, thanks for being here, folks. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for us. We're almost at 10,000, and then I'm going to start giving away stuff just because it's insane. Didn't think we'd get there. 10,000 subscribers of The Slice is amazing. Thank you guys for being here, as always. And we have a new little announcement for you. We have a new partner at The Slice in Top Court. You might have heard of them before, but it's been too long for us to get partnered up with them because their stuff is just too good. I saw our guy Nick Kyrgios is about to film his segment of Top Court videos that you can access. So for Slice fans, we have a free 14-day trial for you guys. If you use our link, so it's down in the description. So after this video, click that link, get your 14-day free trial. The videos in there are amazing. I've watched a lot of them already. And if you play tennis one time a week, one time a month, or every day, and you're trying to become like a pro, these videos can help you for sure. Like just one off the top of my head that I found helpful was Paul Anacone and Taylor Fritz talking about Taylor Fritz, how he likes to serve on his second serve to not let his opponents like attack his serve. Like what does he do with angles, speed? So really cool videos from like the best minds and best players in tennis, and they're adding new people all the time. So for $180 for the year, which is like less than the price of you pay for like coffee to drive to the tennis court, you can add pretty valuable lessons to your game. So click the link below. It helps the show out if you decide to stay with it. You get a 14-day trial though to see if you like it. You can just watch all the videos and delete it afterwards if you want. Up to you. But thanks for supporting The Slice. Thanks Top Court for being our partner. But let's get into the ATP Cup power rankings because the teams are very interesting there this year. So last year, Team Serbia won. We saw Djokovic and Lajovic. Lajovic stepped up, played like an absolute boss. He helped Team Serbia get over the hump, beating Spain in the final. This year, though, lots changed in the last few months, obviously, or last year, obviously. COVID threw the entire tennis world upside down. Team won his first major. There's just a few different things that are different now at this ATP Cup compared to last year. So here's our power rankings. These are based on the top 2 players. Each team, the 12 countries, there's 4 groups. We're going to do a power ranking for countries and for the groups. And we're going to base the power rankings off the top 2 players because I don't really know what's happening with the doubles teams. With COVID, it's really complicated, and we never know who they're actually going to be on the doubles teams until it actually happens. So I think we got most of the data we need from the top 2 players. So our power rankings, it goes like this. In the number 1 spot, Team Russia. You're like, what? How can Djokovic and Serbia not be number 1 when they won last year? Well, this is how. Team Russia has number 1, Medvedev, number 2, Rublev. So they have the lowest combined ranking of the top 2 players on any team so far. Medvedev at number 4 and Rublev at number 8. And if you've been watching tennis, which I know you are, if you're a fan of Slice, you're big time, you're watching, you're up to date. Rublev and Medvedev finished 2020 on an absolute tear. Medvedev winning the World Tour Championships and Paris right before that, and Rublev having, the best year probably outside of Djokovic and Thiem and Nadal, obviously, who won slams. But Rublev had an absolute unreal year last year. And I can tell you for free that nobody wants to play Rublev on a hard court. None of the top 3 do. That's not a fun match for them. So I think Russia is the most potent team with those 2 guys as a 1-2 punch because it's not about just your one player. It's about who's backing him up. And with Rublev as a backup, that's pretty crazy. So I got Russia in number 1. Let me know who you got number 1 down below in the comments. In number 2, we got Spain coming in. I think Nadal and RBA, Roberto Bautista Agut, it's another amazing 1-2 punch. We obviously got Nadal. Nothing needs to be said about what that guy's done. And then RBA, who's also a hard court specialist, has done he's won big matches against Djokovic, other players. He's just tough to beat on hard court. And I know I wasn't going to talk about the doubles players, but Spain's got some good doubles players in there. So I got them at number 2. Then I got Serbia at number 3. Serbia coming in, they won last year. Obviously, they got Novak Djokovic, the world's number 1 player, on their team. To me, Dusan Lajovic, even though he did play like an absolute bouse last year, I can't really see him beating the likes of number 2s like Rublev, Raonic, RBA even, when it comes down to the big moments. I don't know how he did it last year. He's going to have to prove me wrong again this year, and I hope you do, Dusan. I'm not just discounting you, but I'm just saying how I feel. So that's why Serbia is in number 3. Number 4, we got the Canadian boys, Canada. Team Canada comes in number 4 in the power rankings because we got one, Denis Shapovalov, and then the second punch, friend of the show, Milos Raonic. I don't know, what more do you want in a second player? Raonic arguably could be the first option, but to me, they got almost equal options, 1 and 2, and that's dangerous because obviously Shapovalov is crazy dangerous against anyone with his weapons. Don't know how his offseason's been. We'll see what he comes into the year like. 1 year older, 1 year better. Milos Raonic, our guy, he's feeling the best he's felt in a while, in the last 4 or 5 years right now. So he's also scary on these Australian hard courts. So I think they could win the tournament. We'll see what happens. It's always going to come down to the ties, how the players play on the day, and how the doubles go down. But they're definitely number 4 in my power ranking. Then we got Italy. We got Berrettini and Fognini. Dangerous, super dangerous. Fognini, he can get so hot that he can beat anyone, and Berrettini's scary. So they're coming in at number 5. Very strong team there in Italy. Then we got Australia, home court favorites. Maybe didn't have to. I don't know what the Australian do. They have to go into quarantine? I don't think they really do because they're there. So that could be a benefit for them. They also Demonauer and Millman have played Australian or Davis Cup together recently, so they have that experience. And then they also got Piers and Saville is a pretty nasty doubles combo. Knew I wasn't going to talk about doubles, but I can do what I want. So we got Australia in at number 6. Number 7, Germany. Zverev and Struff, both super dangerous, both super inconsistent at sometimes. You just never know with Zverev. So obviously he's one of the best players in the world, but you never really know. And Struff can be there sometimes and also not be there other times. So I got them in 7. 8, France. We got Gael Monfils and Benoit Paire, 2 of the most inconsistent best players in the world. So they could provide some fireworks, or they could just totally not. You never know. I can't really imagine Benoit Paire coming out of quarantine just absolutely totally chiseled in shape, working super hard. That's just, those two thoughts don't really go together in my head. I don't know about you. So I got France in number 8. Number 9, Austria. We got Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem is arguably the best player in the world when it comes to level on a certain day, even on hard courts. So it's hard to put him at number 9, but his backup is Denis Novak. He's a good friend, good chemistry, but he's not necessarily a massive weapon like some of the other teams have. Then we got number 10, Argentina, Diego and Guido Pella. Diego Schwartzman and Guido Pella. Diego is obviously great, love the guy, but it's just not the same level of team as these other players. I don't expect them to make much of an impact here at the ATP Cup. Again, prove me wrong. I love getting proved wrong. I'm not doubting you guys. I'm just saying where I think you are on the scale. Then we got Greece. We got Stefanos Tsitsipas will be leading a team of relatively unknown Greco players. Greeks, I guess, the Greek freaks. Giannis Antetokounmpo is not on the team. Don't worry. But they'll be dangerous, obviously, in any tie when it comes down to it. But I can't, Tsitsipas will have to win every single match he plays, and then the doubles will they'll have to come through somehow, which I can't really see them doing. And then we got Japan. We got Nishikori and Nishioka. That's crazy. Nishikori's coming back from injuries, trying to be consistent. Our guy Dominic, he loves Nishikori, but I just don't. I never count on him to pull through when I need him to. So I can't really imagine him doing it. And they're my number 12 in the power rankings. So that's how it is. We're going to go into groups now. So there's 4 groups. And the group of death is obviously Group A. They got Serbia, Germany, and Canada. I think any of these teams could come out of there. Obviously, Serbia is probably the favorite. They're the favorite based on my power rankings. But Canada, when they match up, they're the first team to play, I think, on February 2nd when it starts. We got Shapovalov versus Djokovic. And then we got Milos Raonic versus Lajovic. Djokovic is the favorite versus Shapovalov, but it could go the other way. Milos, I think, is like a strong favorite versus Dudas Onlajevic. So then it comes down to doubles, and you just never know in doubles. With these players, a lot of singles players playing in the doubles, you can't really tell what's going to happen. So that's very interesting. Group of death, definitely Group A. Secondary group is Group B. Again, shout out to the Front Row family for helping me give some thoughts on all this on my rankings here. We already talked about this. Group B is my secondary power group. Like, they're the second worst group. We got Team Spain, Team Australia. Team Australia is a tough. They're going to be trying to take out Spain to get out of that group for sure. And then we got Greece. We got Stefanos Tsitsipas in there who can beat anyone on his day. So in that group. So really anyone in the world, but definitely in that group. So that's going to be an interesting group. I expect Spain to get out of there, but Australia will be tough. Group C's not super. I can't imagine anyone from Group C winning this tournament. We got Austria, Italy, and France. And then Group D is Team Russia is the clear favorite. They got Argentina and Japan. So it's the number 1 team in my power rankings versus the number 11 and 12. So Russia should come out of that, or else they will be super disappointed, I would say. So there you have it. What do you think about my rankings there? You think Russia being number 1 with these 2 young guys is like what, disrespectful to Djokovic and Nadal, Serbia and Spain? Let me know. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the description below. Thank you guys for being here. I can't wait for the ATP Cup and for the Australian Open. And I also can't wait to see you on the Top Court platform. Again, go check out the link below right now. With your membership, you can also, as you watch video series, you unlock these gold courts. It's like tokens. And then you can use those tokens to get behind the scenes access, ask players questions, get signed balls that they do when they do these things. You can enter them for draws to win like gear from Tennis Warehouse. I think that's coming in the future, or tickets to events in the future, like tournaments in the future. It's an amazing platform. Check it out. 14 days free from courtesy of The Slice. Thank you guys for your support. It means the world to us. We will see you closer to the ATP Cup. I seriously can't wait for this tournament. I think it's going to be legendary.